Yeah, you see,
go to
this thug is
come
speechless.
come come to Broward, and I'll show you what's up.
Oh my God! Here you go with these threats and your guns and
Like,
all that.
Hey, wait, hold on,
come to
hold
Oh
on,
God!
Broward,
Listen
hold
here,
on.
listen here. Let me say this real
Broward.
quick. Let me say this real quick, Cag.
Shut up, Piggy. Hey, shut
Let
up,
me say
What?
this
Piggy. You
real
had
quick.
your time to
What
speak.
I'm
I
Let
smell
this
saying
bacon.
man
is,
I smell
speak.
bacon. I smell
let me
bacon.
say this real quick and then you can talk. Let me say it real quick. Let you
I
come over
smell
to my
bacon.
house
I
and I
smell
get
friends.
right you, bitch.
I smell
I'm
friends.
bearing arms. You can try it.
Bearing what? Them fat ass arms from
Arms.
eating too much
That's what I
McDonald's?
am. I'm bearing arms.
Bearing too
The
much
ones you
goddamn
used
weight
to
on
in
those fat
McDonald's.
ass things.
Nah,
Trust me.
you eat donuts every day, don't you? Huh?
What'd you say to me?
Nah,
Be careful. Be careful. He's gonna sue you.
Oh my
He's gonna
God, Hart, shut the
sue
hell up.
you.
You literally have a cloud of
Oh my
disgusting around you. You need to
god.
go fix that hygiene problem. What
Disgusting,
is that?
disgusting. This is marijuana. What are you talking
he's
about?
gonna
That's
he's
It's
gonna
ugh,
freaking
that's
confuse
the
his
weed.
same. You're a
taser.
thug too.
He's gonna confuse his taser for a gun.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Marijuana isn't legal in the state of Florida. You're going to jail.
No, it isn't. It's legal. It's legal.
It is not.
Yeah, it is for
Do you
medicinal
have a
use.
medical marijuana license?
I smell bacon.
Back to going to Colorado.
Oink 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 oink. Mr. Pig,
Oh
where'd he
God.
go? What?
The bong must be under his seat. The cloud is still there.
Yep, just gonna grab that real quick.
Oh my
You'd have to.
no way.
Yeah, that smoke particle
Um,
effect is probably the best thing I've ever done.
Yo,
Just, yeah.
pass the bong. I do that
no,
too.
don't. No, back off. It's mine, bro. You gotta pay for it. I already paid a lot of money for it, bro.
My specialty is shooting guns and killing cops.
Okay, cool. I got a guy for that, man. I mean, I don't. I'm exposing myself too much today. I'm gonna get an arrest warrant.
Oh, you got a guy for that? What do you mean?
Oh,
Oh, what do you mean?
You got another guy that
and,
wants to join the
and,
thug club.
and I get
Oh
caught a thug,
my
and I get caught a
god,
thug,
bro.
bro.
Oh my
Look,
God, Cat,
Mister.
you're a nobody, bro.
Listen,
Get out of my face.
Nobody, I
listen,
bet,
Mr.
bro.
Underwood.
I've never seen you. What are you
Listen,
talking about?
Yes,
Absolutely
Mr. Harts.
entertaining. I do bring Mr.
What'd
Underwood.
you
I
say,
love
Mr. Hart? What do you
Absolutely
need?
I love
excellent.
this, Tony. I'm loving this.
I
listen,
love
Mr.
this.
Underwood. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. You can't sue me. I have a legal team of
You have a
15.
legal team of
Thugs.
who?
15.
I don't even think we have 15 bar certified people.
They're not bar certified in the state of Florida,
And the
but
leader
they're.
of the convicts, Mr. Awesome Pro Shot.
Wow,
Welcome
let me
to the
talk to this thug. He's the head of the
Yo,
thug
welcome
what's
to
club.
the
up,
crap
Convict?
show.
Oh, fuck, bro.
Hey, y'all ain't catching
Your
up,
your
man.
soundboard's on. Your soundboard's on.
Yeah. You're radioing in.
Yep.
10-4,
Through
10-4.
this walkie-talkie radio, so the feds
So
can't
we,
track down
we're,
me.
Oh,
so we got a
yeah.
code.
By the way, awesome.
Your
Yo,
own
awesome.
leader.
Tony,
Your own leader
Tony,
has
you really,
audio radio.
yeah,
Yo,
Tony,
awesome. You're welcome
Tony,
for the
you
radio,
really
bro.
wasn't,
I got you.
Tony, you really wasn't, Tony, you really wasn't fucking wrong, bro. Every single broadcast you have some kind of criminal up here, bro.
Yo,
Every time.
awesome. You're welcome. You're welcome for the untraceable radio.
I
I got
need a
you,
new
homie.
parole. I need a
The
new parole
untraceable
officer,
radio.
dude. This
All right, let me
is
talk to him. Let me talk to him. How
Yeah,
you doing,
pros
Mr. Awesome?
and cons up here, man. That's crazy.
Mr. Awesome, how you doing?
I'm doing good. You?
I'm not doing very great, especially when there's a bunch of thugs up here. You know what I mean?
Alright, Mr.
Y'all
Pig.
better
Mom
get
has
Oink,
careful,
oink,
man.
oink, oink. Listen,
What'd you say?
you want
I
you
just
want
want to
Your
donut?
ask,
mom
You
has.
want donut?
where does pig oink oink fucking bacon shit coming from, bro? Where did it come
Uh,
from?
I need to talk to Mr. Awesome. Mr. Awesome, you know,
Shut the
you gotta
fuck
say
up.
for yourself.
What'd you
Okay.
say?
I said, what do you gotta say for yourself?
Your mom's a
I feel
pig.
good, you know.
I mean,
I
you've
love
literally
killing cops.
dedicated your life. You dedicated your life to killing people. Is that an accomplishment?
He's my
Oh
colleague.
yeah,
Calm down.
I love killing cops.
May Allah have mercy on your soul.
Wallahi.
All right, well, convicts.
Wallahi.
that's too
Convicts.
long.
What happened between? Why did this convict start? Hmm?
Oh,
Wow.
because of law enforcement, you know. My
Uh,
dad was
mhm.
arrested wrongfully, by some racist
Here it
cops.
goes.
He was found killed, and we tried to avenge him, but we failed.
Womp
We
womp.
were arrested. Okay.
Who the
Oh, that's
fuck?
crazy. That's crazy.
Who just said
So you're
womp womp?
telling
I
me.
would not. Listen,
So you're
I would not
telling me.
recommend
So you're
saying
telling
womp
me,
womp, bro.
in
That's
honor of your
crazy.
father, you're killing the officers that weren't even involved in your father's death.
Oh yeah. I just love killing
Womp
cops,
womp.
you know. Outright.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, lady, I'm guessing it's a voice to try and get him off his tracks.
Yeah.
You
Even
know
though
what? You know
I'm
what,
pretty sure he
Frank?
sounds like that all the time. I'm not too. Not that I communicate with him on a daily basis, which I don't.
I
Just
do.
want to put
Nah,
that. Just want to put that out there. I do not
I,
effectively
he's
I
my
communicate
do.
on a
colleague,
daily
so
basis.
I know what his voice is. He's my colleague. I work with him. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I know
Ghost
what his
ain't-
voice sounds
Ghost isn't
like.
criminal, but I don't know what you mean by that. So,
Whoa. I'm not Ghost right now. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
oh, you have Ghost in your name, dummy.
Shut up.
On your
You
caller
know what sounds
ID,
real.
it says Ghost.
The wrong
You know
phone.
what sounds
Let me
real
switch
good
my
right
phone.
now? I'm not gonna lie.
Wrong phone.
Yo, I'm gonna
Kinda
order.
crazy.
I'm gonna order some chicken. Who wants some chicken?
Oh, me. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Hold on,
I
That'll
don't.
probably be
I don't
spiked,
engage
bro.
in that.
Let me get some. Let me get some.
All right, what you want? What you want? What you want?
I want you to
and we have the
understand something.
undersheriff. Hey, the undersheriff wants to speak.
We have an
I don't. Who the
undersheriff.
hell's the undersheriff?
We
Yo,
have an
the
undersheriff.
the undersheriff.
Who's the undersheriff?
No,
Big
No,
City
he's
20034.
no, he's not.
I want
No,
you to
he's
understand
not.
something.
Where'd he go?
He
What?
muted himself.
Thank God, I was kind of getting sick of his
Damn.
voice. Anyway, dog, what kind of chicken you want? What kind of chicken you want? What kind of chicken you want? I got you.
Yeah, what you got? What
Okay.
you got?
Barbecue.
That's just
Why,
Popeyes. It's just
why
Popeyes,
is
bro.
he up here? Who brought him up here?
Oh, we
Not
can't
me,
trust
not
you.
me.
Oh wait, you want turkey's chicken, bro?
I want
You
to say
want
this real
turkey's
quick
chicken, bro?
to Awesome.
Shut up, bro. I'm
Hey,
freaking
shut up.
ordering
Ordering
food.
food.
Shut up. Hold on. I got turkeys.
Damn
I
the
got
order.
Popeyes.
You want
What you
donuts?
want?
You want a donut?
Why are
You
we
want a donut?
ordering stuff live on national television?
I'm hungry.
Because me and him are hungry, bro.
I probably
yeah,
don't want to
yeah,
hear
yeah.
you
You're
get
calling
kicked
me
to
a
the
fat
next.
ass.
There's some munchies.
Because you are. It's the munchies, bro. Come on.
No, but yet you're ordering the damn food.
You're ordering
Says
the
one who
food for
eats
somebody.
donuts.
You was
Bro,
also.
Anyways, Awesome.
He's
Awesome. I wanted
like
to say something
he's
to
in
you.
my
Awesome.
he's at my flat, bro. That's why. At
Mr.
my flat.
Awesome, head of the
What do you want,
convicts.
man?
I want you to say something. You know, I'm a firm believer in our Savior Jesus Christ, and
Ew.
I just want to make sure. Excuse me.
Oh, can you let him finish
I'm
one
not
sentence?
with that.
Oh my
Anyways.
god, no, that was actually funny.
Awesome. So I want to leave you with a verse. It's from Exodus chapter 21 verse
Exodus is
12.
nuts.
And it says anyone who strikes a person with a fatal blow is to be put to death.
I'll
So
strike you with these nuts.
you shall be put to death one day.
Totally, it's just
I'll put you to
convex.
death with these nuts.
Trust me. Excuse me?
I'm talking to Tony, not you. Don't worry about it.
What did you say to me?
You know,
No.
Of course I
He-
spelled
I'll
it
put you to
wrong.
bed with these nuts.
Can somebody send me the
convex.
correct? Can somebody send me the correct spelling of convicts?
It's
so I can
literally
find out?
just like that. It's literally just like that, but the E needs to be an I.
These nuts.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
I'm
head of a
convinced that you're just a
multimedia
bunch of
corporation cannot spell convicts.
thugs.
This is who you're getting the news from. Ju-
That's kind of stupid, man. That's kind of stupid.
yeah.
Convex.
Is this CNN all over again?
Convex.
By
Shut
the
up,
way, have you
Tiggy.
guys heard of this new group that's swarming around Broward
I'm
apparently? They're
disappointed.
called Ivanov.
Oh, here
Hold on.
we go.
I gotta switch.
Oh,
I gotta
Ivanov is
switch caller ID.
trash, bro.
I gotta switch
Ivanov
caller
is
ID. I'll be
trash.
back.
Ivanov's, bro. They're so.
So, do you have any information on the Ivanov?
Oh,
people?
Ghost is back. Ghost is back.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
yeah. I got some
Ghost
information.
Van
We,
back, bro.
Oh, Ghost is dead.
We publicly executed 2 of their members today.
Man, I am definitely getting a warrant
Dang, that
for
is
my arrest,
crazy.
dude. I'm gonna be taken down by everybody.
Yeah, man.
Wait, Kag, look,
So-
I'll send you the document as well, Kag. One second.
Okay.
You better not be sharing my document.
No,
They,
it's
give,
mine.
they
It's
gave
the
us
one that
all
I
the
made.
information.
So Ivano declared war on Ghost and Convict for some reason.
Womp womp.
They declared war against a racing organization
That's what I'm
charity
saying.
That's kind of crazy, man.
and
That's what I'm saying.
and prisoners. I mean, literal prisoners that should be in jail right now.
And they use pink.
Thugs that should be in
they
jail.
Love pink. They use pink guns.
They are in jail. The thugs are still in jail.
No, we're not.
Apparently.
There's
Yes, you are.
Last
they're
time
in
we
the
met with
jail
Elio,
of,
we got
Yes, you
dropped.
are.
I also got information. Apparently, Dad Joe is the owner.
Did Dad
Yeah,
Joe ever get shoes?
I don't fucking know.
No, it's not Dad Joe, it's Dad Con. That's what this
Oh,
man is
Dad
You're
about.
still in
Con.
jail.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
SID
that
was seen pointing a sniper today.
Awesome. You're still in jail.
Did Awesome get
No, I
arrested?
Hey,
wasn't.
son.
I never got
Yes.
arrested. What?
Yes, you're still in jail.
No, I'm not.
Because the reason
not
that
a-
you're in
oh.
jail is no.
Oh.
Because the thing is, you're still in jail is because you continue to pursue harmful desires, and it will eventually lead to
Harmful
destruction
desire.
and despair.
Oh, metaphorical jail. Okay.
So
Yes.
so
The thing is, they're
Your mom
in
was a
jail
desire.
because, like he said, how convicts started. He's still seeking some type of fulfillment through violence and just violence, and just like Hart, he said he smokes marijuana. People get addicted to drugs because they're trying to get to that first high. He's still trying
Excuse
to
you?
find. He's still trying to kill a cop, and he can't find that that satisfaction from when his father died. So it will just lead to sorrow. He's sad. He's sad inside. He's dying
You're sad
inside.
as
I
well.
wouldn't take that.
Who
I wouldn't
let
take that.
Waleed up here?
Tony,
Who's
Tony,
adding?
check the GC.
Man, my phone is gonna be so flippin' expensive, dude. I can't.
My
afford
phone's
all these bikes
overheating.
at once.
Yeah, okay,
Because
okay.
I'm
Listen,
not
listen,
member
listen.
himself.
I want to hear about convicts, Ivanov, and whatever the other fucking call is, ghost sibling. I want to hear Ivanov. What is your fashion? How did you guys start? What do you
Oh
guys?
no,
do?
I gotta say in that awesome. You didn't execute shit. I don't know what you're talking
Man,
about.
man,
Oh,
Ivan okay,
excuse me?
Ivan okay,
Don't come up
Ivan
here just to
okay.
talk trash, bro. You're supposed to be productive.
Oh no,
We
I'm
are
just saying.
we are a productive business. If you're gonna come up here and spew trash, believe me, I will come after you myself for wasting my own damn time.
Hey, I got information.
Well, I'm
Wait,
just
wait,
saying
wait,
he
wait,
didn't
wait, wait.
execute nothing. He
One
just
second.
talking like.
So you're telling me we have every single faction on this thing right now. So we have Ghost, we have CDN, convicts, and Ivanov. Okay, we need to get
I
some.
mean, you're all
Yeah,
under one roof. You're all under one roof, and that roof is thugs. That's what it is.
Yeah.
How the hell is
Okay,
how am I not being
oink, oink.
tracked right now?
Oink, oink. Mr. Bacon.
No,
Excuse
like
me?
Bacon that ass. Bacon that ass. Bacon. Oink, oink.
Excuse me?
Piggy.
Did anybody else hear that really loud, high pitched noise?
Me. I heard that.
Okay,
Yeah,
loud
that was
as hell.
Francis. That was Francis being a little bitch.
Damn.
Who the hell is Francis?
Hey,
It's
isn't
Frank.
that
Frank.
is that
Yes, that's what the F
Ivanov
stands
member?
for, Francis.
Is that Wally, the
I thought it
Ivanov
was
member?
Frank.
Yes,
Excuse me.
Frank. Yes,
Excuse
yes.
me,
Frank
excuse
is
me.
short
No,
for Francis.
You know,
Not
hold on.
vampires.
Before this gets crazy, I'm going home, bro. I'm going back to Colorado. I'll see you guys
Oh,
later.
Tony, look
Oh
at
my
you.
God! Take the bong with you.
You
Look at
guys,
DM.
you guys
No.
should let me in the game, by the way.
Tony, look at
Take the
you.
bomb with
I
you.
can't show that video because it go against my political agenda.
He did.
You guys
Did it?
should let me in the game, by the way.
Tony, look at the
No.
GC.
It was just a public
I
execution.
already, bro. Nah, bro. The people involved that go against my personal
I have
agenda.
the perfect outfit.
You're going to jail, Toddy.
Yeah.
Who do you think you
know-
are, Mr.
who should
Underwood?
you know who should really go to jail? My parole officer.
Who just
Wait,
asked me who do I
Austin,
think I
Austin,
am?
Whatever clip you just sent to Tony, send that to me.
Who just asked me who do I think I am?
That'll
I can
be
answer
me
your
right
question.
here.
Yeah,
Right
Okay,
here.
Mr. What your name is? Keystone. Let me go ahead and answer your question. All right.
He's a pig. He's a pig.
One,
That's what
You're
he is.
A.
one. I work with Let me just explain to you who I am. I mean, you already know my name, so let me explain to you who I am. One, I work with the governor and the mayor, FLPD, NPS, and BSO. I work with the Florida court system. I'm basically, as Toddy can attest to, I'm not the guy to fuck with when it comes to the legal system. I mean, basically every single case I've been on either got dismissed or I've won it. I mean, today I just had 2 cases dismissed, basically instantly.
To be fair, they
What
were
else?
really
Let me
weak
think.
cases.
Part of the board of ethics. I mean, oh, and also I do I haven't done it yet, but I need to get to work on releases from the governor's office. I'm going to be in charge
Yeah, when's that state
Oh,
of emergency
that's
coming
not
out?
yet.
'Cause
and stuff like that.
when's that state of emergency coming out? But it is clear that there is a problem with certain pests in Broward. And Jaden disappeared.
Hey, you're.
I did not disappear. I don't know about what.
So, Mr. Keystone, let me tell you
Anyways,
this. Let me tell you this, Mr. Keystone, while you're down there. Let me just go and say this real quick. Once we get you, we're gonna perp walk you. We're gonna put you all over social media.
Dang, man.
I want you to know that. We're gonna
Dang, you
perp
gonna be
walk you.
perp
We're gonna put your
walked.
face all over social media. And as soon as we arrest you, I'm gonna make sure I go ahead and release a press statement, just like Polk County Sheriff Grady Judge. We're gonna go ahead and put on your motherfucking jewelry, all that shit on. We're gonna go ahead and perp walk you right on down. We're gonna live stream the whole thing while you're walking in county jail, while you're getting booked, and even while you're in county jail. We'll make sure they follow your life.
I don't
That-
think
that's kinda low.
I don't think our co-host can join because he's technically not permanently ranked in the game.
So yeah.
But
So actually, you will not be able to catch me as you are going to be dead on the ground.
Oh,
What'd you say? You said I'm gonna be dead on the
we are
ground?
not communicating. I will. I.
Okay.
Mr. Underwood will attest to the fact that I draw a very vague line between legal and ethics, but we are not communicating threats on my broadcast. In fact, you know
It
what?
is not a threat.
You
It
know
is a
what?
statement.
No, it's not. No, absolutely not communicating threats on here. Y'all can call each other names,
look,
but the second y'all threaten each other's life, y'all booted.
We don't need all that. Right. All right. So let's try and learn about each of these factions. All right. Convicts. So we know why you started. Okay. Well, when can you say that you're? When can you say to yourself that you're done?
Exactly. When will you fill the void?
When will you think that you have actually achieved what is your achievement? What is your goal? What are you going for? Okay.
Oh, so yeah, so our main goal is just to kill all of the Yo, of course. But once that's done, we're gonna try to break everybody out of prison, and we're gonna go for the director of the Federal Bureau of Investigations. And once that's done,
Joke.
the mayor's gonna die.
So basically, just going up the ranks slowly but surely.
Mm-hmm.
So they're
So
all
you're
gone.
basically waging an entire war against. You're going after the governor last.
Isn't this a revolution then?
He no. The question is he going? Is he going to kill the governor?
Is that what you're going to do, convicts? Is that your goal to kill the governor, kill the mayor?
And I think my walkie-talkie died. Great.
What's that question? To the
Yeah,
question.
well, I'm not getting
I mean,
any
it's-
answers.
It's pretty simple. I mean, it's just a yes or no question. It's not that not that difficult to answer. I don't think it's that difficult to
Yeah.
answer. I wouldn't count it as that
Oh
difficult.
shit!
But
I
I
just-
mean, that him saying that alone is
Oh,
just
hang on. He's typing in
a
the
crime.
event stage. But yeah, we are. Man, I am so gonna have. Oh, CDN. Let's see what CDN has to say. Never mind.
All right, try and get me. Joe, do you need to try and get me back in if you can?
I will.
Let's CDN.
Give me.
So CDN, why did CDN start? I don't know if you're the owner or not, but like, do you know why CDN has started?
I am one of the owners, yes. We started to push illegal Skittles into undeveloped communities to get them addicted to earn as much money as we can.
Guy is straight to the point. What
That's
the hell?
pathetic. That's just pathetic.
I no. Mainly
I
my
mean,
question was,
it's nothing new. The CIA has been doing it for years, so we just thought that we'll capitalize off of it.
no, my question was why did you guys start? What made you guys start doing this business, this stuff you're doing?
Well, we thought about it and we said, what's the best way to earn money and fast? We thought about going the legal route, but that was just not in our favor, really. And then we saw what the CIA was doing. It was like, hey, that's earning them a lot of money. So we decided to do the same thing.
Okay.
Guys pulling one out of
Alright,
the
so
CIA handbook.
is this ever going to stop? Is this ever going to end?
It will once we reach enough money to stop and live our best lives.
And how much money have you earned so far from this?
We've earned just a little over 10 million.
And you don't think that's enough, man?
Not for all of our members, no.
Huh? So how many members do you have in this community?
I would say 2025.
You mean like
I'm sorry.
2025 as in 2025 or like 25? Because you're kind of scaring me right now, man.
25 people.
Okay.
25 people.
Alright.
What is that? Dog, that's more than enough to live on. What the hell? I don't have
Not
to
in
do
this
the math.
economy.
150,000? I don't know.
Not in this economy.
Somebody
This
pull out a
economy.
calculator and tell me how much that is per person.
Yeah, wait.
What?
10
Alright,
million
so you're
divided by
telling me-
25.
You said 10 million divided by 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold up.
That should be what?
20
A
divided
bit
by
more
25.
than half
That's
a million.
400,000.
400,000? And what?
See,
let's
that's not nearly enough to.
let's
live in this
assume
Yeah, it's
community.
400,000 each.
What
How much?
how much is enough money then?
Well, we're trying to get our members in the upper society, meaning that we can buy whatever we want whenever we want it for the rest of our lives. Meaning whatever house we want, we.
But money
can
can't buy
pay for it.
happiness.
Hey,
You'll never find that.
Okay, listen,
It-
I'm gonna
it
stop you
can't
there.
buy
real
happiness,
quick.
but-
I'm gonna stop you there real quick. In my opinion, without money, okay, have you ever seen someone being happy without money?
You said, have I ever seen somebody what?
Have you ever seen someone happy that has had not any money at all? To see anyone
Yes.
happy?
I have.
No. Have you?
Yes,
There's no
I
way.
have.
Is if I've seen
I have
the
seen
amount of
people.
I've-
I have seen people. No. Listen. And I can give a perfect example. A lot of people are struggling. Don't even have homes. And you know, even in storms like the hurricane coming through, they can completely lose their home. Yet they still find happiness. In one example, their faith. They still find happiness through God and stuff like that. I mean, people can definitely find happiness. And even if you have money, that doesn't buy happiness. For an example, somebody could have a top tier job making over $1 million, yet that's not the job that they want. And they're miserable because that isn't what they want to do. But hey, they're making $1 million. So why aren't they happy? They're not happy because they don't want to do that job. They want to pursue something else.
And hey, I see what you're trying to say, but you gotta think about the ratio between the people that are poor and don't have money and the people that are poor and that are rich and have the money. Because like if you look at this, right, more people
Mhm.
are unhappy that don't have money than people that are happy that don't have money as well. You know what I mean? There's a huge difference between that count.
I'm gonna butt in as somebody who is probably way below the poverty line in real life. I'm actually pretty content with life right now. I mean, things aren't good, but you know things can always be greater. But you know there's just it's peaceful.
I'd actually
you
like
know?
to respond to both of them after you're done talking.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just happy, but I'm
Okay, I'd actually like to respond to both what the convicts leader said and what CDN said. Well, now that CDN is up here now, I'll go ahead and respond to them first. CDN, I want you to understand that in 2022, Florida experienced over 6,157 overdose deaths that year. And you said that you're here to push narcotics into underdeveloped communities so they can get, you know, addicted to it just for some chump change. You know, I saw a TikTok today and it said, death is inevitable, so why fear it? And it makes me think that you really should fear death because you're not making it to heaven. Mr. You know, as one of the leaders of CDN, you're not making it to heaven. You're not making it because it says in the Bible, do not enter the path of the wicked and do not walk in the way of the evil. And you've entered the path of the wicked, and hell, you are the evil.
I got a question for you.
You are the evil.
I got a question for you. Do you support the CIA?
You said what?
Do you support the CIA?
Do I support the CIA?
Yeah.
I mean, they do good work, yeah.
So us doing literally the same thing that the CIA has done for over 100
Well,
years
like
is
the government
wrong. How?
agency, the CIA.
Yeah, the government agency, the CIA.
Okay.
They've done it for over 100 years, pushing low-level narcotics into undeveloped communities just to get money and get them addicted, so they can then earn more money.
I don't think that's true.
It's true. Just do your research.
I think I already know about this.
Then why are you saying you don't think it's true then if you already know about it?
I'm coming from a position of somebody with an open mind. You know what I mean?
With open mind. Then
And
why are you not having
I'm
an
actually
open
going to
mind
address
towards
it.
us doing
me
the
go and
same
address
thing
it.
that the CIA is doing?
Let me go and address it. Let me go and address it. Now, to address that, okay. Let me go and address it. So, you said they've been doing this for over 100 years. Yes, you're right. Because no, you're right and wrong. You're right that this was mentioned. You're wrong that they've been doing it. Now, the CIA faced accusations during the 1980s. So, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long time. And when they faced these accusations during the 1980s, it allowed drug traffickers to operate uninterrupted to fund a gang in Nicaragua. Now, 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 there were investigations by the CIA themselves, the Department of Justice, and the Senate themselves, and they found no direct evidence linking the CIA to drug trafficking activities.
Don't you find that kind of suspicious how the so-called agency that did this said that they didn't do it?
Yeah, and I also mentioned a completely different department, sir, the Justice Department and the Senate. Now listen here.
Yeah,
Now,
but
now, yes, you're right. It is obviously you can't trust the CIA investigating their own accusations, and obviously the CIA is also under the Justice Department. I'm pretty sure, so you obviously can't trust them when investigating. But the Senate themselves investigated it on probably a judiciary committee or some type of investigative committee, and they're based on the fact that there was no direct evidence found. There was no official CIA involvement or endorsement of any of these activities and stuff like that. And to go deep into the Justice Department's investigations, they examined the links between the CIA and drug traffickers, and they concluded that while there were instances where the CIA did work with individuals with questionable backgrounds, it didn't equal to an effort to distribute drugs within American communities. No, no. And there was also a review, I'm pretty sure, by the CIA Inspector General. And that involved interviews and looking at thousands of documents. He also found no evidence and stuff like that. So, though it's an accusation, there was no evidence found by the CIA, especially their own Inspector General, the Justice Department, nor the Senate. So, you're basically justifying your actions with false accusations.
It's not false. All these organizations that you have named are big contributors to the CIA. So while the CIA is a division, the CIA is a whole big division that's making billions of dollars. So why wouldn't they want to clear their plate just so they can keep making money?
Isn't the CIA taxpayer funded?
That's also another thing. So it's a big thing. The CIA.
So how is a government agency making money, especially when it's a central?
I mean, if you look at it, the CIA brings in taxpayer money, right?
Okay, how did they bring in taxpayer money?
They bring in taxpayer money.
Okay, how though?
All right, so when taxpayers pay their money, right, it goes to different divisions.
Okay.
I'm explaining it. It goes.
Let me respond to.
So the CIA gets a portion of that money through the Senate because the Senate has these different things set up for different agencies and states to get money from taxpayers.
How is a government agency making money?
the government, like I said, by doing illegal things.
No.
Drug trafficking, for one example,
There
they
we
made billions of
go.
dollars off of it. Now, it might be controversial to y'all, but it was a proven thing. And you might think it's not, but if you do go into it deep and not just searching up a quick Google search, was the CIA responsible?
This wasn't a quick Google search, sir.
Because I've done a lot of research on this exact topic.
And your research is wrong.
Just great CDN.
Conspiracy theorist, sir.
I didn't. You can say that, but I can say what I want, and this is just what I found to be true.
All right, let me respond to what you said about the billions of dollars. They're making billions of dollars, and why would they stop? Especially when they're supposedly making this money from drug trafficking. The CIA has a large budget. It has a large budget, and it's primarily funded by the U.S. government. Yes, they do take funding from other things. In recent years, the CIA budget has been around $30 billion annually. And obviously, I'm saying in recent years, it has been around that because obviously it varies from year to year. And 2023, I'm pretty sure the budget was around $29 billion. You see, varies from year to year. And also the funding from the CIA comes from the National Intelligence Program and the Military Intelligence Program. That's why I said it was primarily funded by the U.S. government. There's also those two programs that also manage the appropriations for, intelligence and military operations and stuff like that. The National Intelligence Program budget, I'm pretty sure, which also includes the CIA, obviously, it's seen an increase over the years and stuff like that. So I guess that's where the money's coming from. And you're saying they're making billions of dollars? Yes, because they're being given billions of dollars. They're being allocated, billions of dollars are being allocated to go towards them. Also, a large number of our intelligence budget, about 70%, goes to defense contractors, which is heavily relying on private things and outsourcing and stuff like that. Excuse me. The Congress mandates that no public funds be drawn without proper discourse. So I really don't understand where this is going.
If you do the research, if you look at the net worth that they had in 1980, I'm not saying that they're still doing it now, but in 1980, if you look at their net worth then when they were accused of it and when I found to be true and found evidence that they were doing it, if you look at that budget and look at the budget today, it really doesn't even make sense. Because the budget back then was over 100, well, it was like 120 billion. And today's
budget from the 1980?
1980, yes. The budget today is...
Wasn't the Cold War happening during the 1980s, so they'd have a higher budget?
If the Cold War was happening in the 1980s, then they would have a lower budget because they were spending so much money on equipment. But they didn't because of what they were doing.
Do you know what the Cold War is?
Yeah.
All right. There was probably spying on the Russians too. I mean, I want the CIA to spy on the Russians.
I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. The CIA doesn't even operate domestically. They're only foreign. They don't. They have no jurisdiction within the United States. That's the thing. So we can go and end this right here. As far as the CIA, like I said, I really don't understand where it says that their budget in the 1980s were higher, because the CIA's budget has increased over the decades, as in came from the bottom and went up, and especially after the Cold War. And I'm pretty sure by the 1980s, their budget was around only $3.5 billion annually. And like I said, it was $29 billion in 2023. In recent years, their budget, like estimates show that it has increased, that it has grown from 15 to 20 million. It's just grown up and stuff like that. And also, there were allegations that suggest that the CIA was funded by Contras in Nicaragua, which was a gang. And they were funded partly through drug trafficking profits. That's just no. And plus,
That's your defense. Just no.
now, no, trust me. I'm finna pull up the evidence. The Kerry committee report, which is in 1989, it was a Senate investigation, and they found that individuals supporting the Contras were indeed involved in drug trafficking. Yeah, they were. It highlighted connections between drug traffickers and the Contras support network. Never mentioned the CIA. Now, the Gary's Web Dark Alliance, which was in 1996. The web series claimed that a drug ring in California sold cocaine to fund the Contras. However, however evidence. Investigations by major newspapers raised questions about the web's conclusions, describing that evidence is thin as hell, and asserting that the crack epidemic was due to other factors beyond any type of CIA involvement, beyond factors that wouldn't even be within the CIA's reach and stuff like that. I mean, it really does not matter. And plus, there were also a lot of figures that debunked this. California senators requested investigations into the claims.
They did request
Jerry,
investigations. They never got to investigations though, and a lot of people did their own investigations, such as journalists and novelists. They did the investigation, went to the actual country and talked to the leaders of this group, which they then confirmed that yes, they had CIA operatives helping them drug traffic these drugs into Los Angeles. So, and you can watch the documentaries too if you want, because I watched over 7 of them explaining it, and then I watched the interviews with the head of the group of the Contras, and it's just a whole thing. I mean, this is what we based our group on, and we have evidence back up.
It's based off lies, my boy.
It's based just because there's 2 sides to this. One side they have evidence, and the other side they have evidence. But the thing is, the CIA and the government that you say investigated this never put the investigations out. They just said they did an investigation and found nothing. They never released any documents proving that they never did this. And the documents that they did send out was just documents saying where the operatives was. And come to find out, if you look into those documents, some of the operatives were in Nicaragua at the time. So,
sir,
this whole thing, you're just saying that they have this and this, but there's no proof of it.
Sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
No.
That you saying no.
I can give you government websites that were against this.
That were against it. But did they ever release any documents on it?
No.
Other than where the operatives were.
I'm going to say this once again. Various, as in multiple, as in more than one, as in many, investigations, including those by the United States Department of Justice. When they say those, that means there were multiple investigations hosted by the United States Department of Justice on this. They found no concrete evidence linking the CIA directly to drug trafficking operations. No.
For this, for viewers just
tuning in. Listen. But I can say this. You are right to an extent. While some individuals associated with the Contras were involved in drug trafficking, no evidence confirmed that the CIA orchestrated or funded any of these activities. DEA agents who were active during the 1980s have constantly stated that they never received orders to surpass investigations related to drug trafficking involving the Contras or the CIA. They constantly investigated. They investigated. And I can even give you a name. DEA Special Agent Russell Rena noted that there was no collaboration, no connection with the CIA regarding drug investigations. So they never interfered. And that he had never and not observed any CIA involvement in drug trafficking. I can give you a damn government website to cite what he testified. Next, like I said, with the Senate committee, the Kerry Committee, led by Senator John Kerry in the 1980s. They investigated the complaints about the involvement of the CIA with drug traffickers. And like I said before, they acknowledged that some individuals linked to the Contras practice in drug trafficking, but they stated that this did not. This doesn't mean that the CIA endorsed this or had knowledge of the alleged plot of the situation. I can also give you a website on that. The statements from former CIA agents, several former CIA officials have publicly denied any agency involvement in drug trafficking, and they also argued that while some of them that some of their agents, some of their rogue actors, may have exploited situations for personal gain. Meaning that, and when we say actors, meaning that that's CIA agents that were undercover, that exploited the situation that they were in for personal gain. It doesn't mean that, it doesn't equal to CIA policy or, an order that the CIA gave. I can give you a link on that. And also, when it comes to their budget, the CIA's budget and operations are subject to congressional oversight, meaning if the Congress says they want to see it, they have to turn it over. Since the 1980s, the agency's financial records and expenditures have been scrutinized. They've been looked at. And scrutinized makes it nearly impossible to conceal illicit funding or operations. So basically, any type of money going in and out of that bitch, excuse my language, they know about.
Yeah, but the thing is, the money wasn't going into the CIA per se.
Well,
you are going down a rabbit hole. I am too tired for.
They were going. The money.
I'm gonna say one last thing. This is it.
All right. And then you wanted to talk to the convicts after this, right?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
All right.
That's all I wanted to say. I'm done here. You have a great day. You have your own ideas. I have my own ideas. And CD.
No, I only speak the truth.
That is the words of a losing person who's been Underwood.
I only speak the truth.
Thank you.
I
can go on.
Thank
I
you,
can go on for hours.
CD.
But
believe me,
I only speak the truth.
And this
we can.
Yeah,
so,
I only speak the
Underwood,
truth.
if you want to have another talk after, we can.
It's gonna get nowhere because I've already stated the facts.
I mean, you stated facts that were some
Okay. Hold on. Let me just say this.
There we
go ahead and put them down. I'm going to send you those links that go ahead and debunk your claim. All right. I'm going to send you those links.
And this is why Frank Underwood is one hell of an attorney to fight.
All right, Mr. Awesome, where you at?
There he is. I'll bring him up. I'll invite him up.
How you doing, Mr. Awesome?
Hello, you mean?
Yeah, we're here. All right. So what leads you? Why do you do this?
I already told you. I'm not gonna say it again.
What about your father dying and that being a reason to kill somebody?
Oh yeah, you heard me.
So, I mean, don't, excuse me if I'm being insensitive, but I really don't find that as a reason. You should be grieving instead of killing people and putting other people in grief and in your own situation. I want you to understand that you're basically a hypocrite because you're killing people because your father died, yet you're probably killing people's, children's fathers left and right as you kill officers.
Now, I'm going to interrupt the conversation here from personal experience. If, obviously this isn't from a roleplay standpoint, but personally, I'd kill somebody who killed my family members, so. But again, that'd go against morals and all that. But I mean, personally, if I was given the chance of retribution, I'd definitely take it.
So he changed the title to Convicts.
Oh yeah, I need to change the title to Convicts.
So now I can understand that because I remember there was somebody that was on death row who's about to be executed in 3 days, and he said if the family of the victim really believed that he killed them, they should have the option to kill him, and that he was a firm believer in an eye for an eye. Now, yes, I'm a hell of a firm believer in an eye for an eye. Under certain circumstances, I'm going to make sure I say that under certain circumstances. But you know, um, it just doesn't really make sense to me because, like I said before, you're in a metaphorical prison because, like I used with Mr. Hart, when people addicted to drugs get that first high, they first do drugs, that will be the highest they will ever be. And they continue to do it and do it and do it because they want to get that first high. And then they stop for like a week or two and then they do it again because, once again, they're trying to get that first high. And you're trying to fill that void. I assume you've already killed the people that killed your father, correct?
I believe so. Yes.
Exactly.
Or
So
So why not stop?
so exactly, what are you chasing? Satisfaction? I'd assume that you've already became satisfied since you've killed your father's killers.
well, yes, we're satisfied, but you know, day after day, there's cops trying to come after us, so we can't really do anything besides kill them. You know?
You're playing the game. It's a part of the entire game that you're
But the
playing.
thing is, like Toddy said, yeah, you've dug yourself in a hole to the point where the only way out is you being in cuffs or in a body bag.
Well, I'm not gonna go back in
That's
cuffs.
like living a life of. Well,
No,
that's the
I'm not
thing.
gonna go
So,
back in cuffs.
see, the thing is, this isn't. When it comes to the situation you're in, there is no negotiating. There's only one option out of the two. It's body bags or cuffs, and you don't want to go back in cuffs. So the only option is to reap what you sow and die and be killed and just be killed, just be killed. And like I said to CDN, you should fear death. It's inevitable, and you should fear it. You really should, because you shall not murder, and whoever murders will be liable to judgment. He will judge you. There is always a bigger fish in the ocean, and I hope you find satisfaction by the time there's a bullet put in you. I hope you die happy. I really do. I really do. But I mean, your motive doesn't doesn't go as deep as CTN's, because your motive has already been fulfilled. You killed your father's killers. I mean, what more do you want?
Yeah.
I
What do
just
you want?
wanna. What?
Are you seeing
What'd
how
you say?
far you can push this?
Oh yeah. So as you know, the Broward County Sheriff's Office been really trying to get me, but very unsuccessful. I try to tell them to back off, but they keep going after me. So I guess you're gonna see more and more die.
See, that's the thing. You're telling them to do something that is literally against what they're supposed to do. They are supposed to protect and serve. And right now, you're the threat that they're trying to protect people from. So they're not just going to back down and let you grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. Like, Batman, where Bane took over the city and Batman just gave up for a second. No, that that is not how it works. You may kill them over and over, and you're killing them over and over because they're relentless. If I'm being honest, to you, they're parasites because they just keep coming back. And they're kind of like roaches too to you, because where there's one, there's 1,000, and it just seems like they keep multiplying and multiplying, and they won't die until you leave, until you're gone. They won't die down until you're gone. That's what they do. They take over consume, and eventually they're going to consume you. Well, a bullet's going to consume you. You can't run faster than a bullet. You can say you're fast, but a bullet can always go faster. And one of these days, you're going to be put up to the tests whether you can outrun a bullet or not. So, I mean, I'm actually going to give a very brutal and gruesome example. It's kind of like the Holocaust. Give me a second to explain before you go crazy. The Treaty of Versailles. left Germany horrible, absolutely horrible. And I'm not even gonna say his name because I don't want to threaten saying his name. But the guy that was in charge, oh, he's gone. Well, I'm gonna keep saying the example. But the guy that was in charge, you know what I mean, of Germany at the time, he wanted revenge on the people that did this to Germany. But he didn't just want revenge. He wanted to conquer the entire world. He got cocky and went further than he should have with killing 7 million people, wanting world domination. And look at him now. Dead. Gone. Shit, killed himself. I mean, this is what happens. This is what happens. You reap what you sow. You put death upon someone else, then you too shall die. I'll say it again. Anyone who strikes a person with a fatal blow is to be put to death. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't know if you want to bring back up Mr. CDN or anybody else, but he raised his hand and the convicts.
You know what? Let's just bring him up for shits and giggles.
Trust me, I'm gonna continue to giggle. Oh my god, I'm just waiting on this hurricane. It's supposed to be here by now.
I didn't want to talk about like what we were talking about earlier. I just want to talk about why are you saying that we should fear death? Death is inevitable, like you said. There's nothing to fear about it. Just live your life to the fullest and live as much as you can.
You said why you should fear death?
Why should we fear it? It's gonna happen anyway. Don't fear it. Embrace it.
May I answer? May I answer? I think I can put it in some gruesome context.
Oh my god.
In your best case scenario, you better hope that there's no afterlife, because whatever's waiting for you at the pearly gates.
I mean,
you're saying that don't kill, but I've never killed anybody.
Let me say it like this.
I've never killed not one person.
You're right, you haven't, but the drugs you sold have.
Exactly.
And that's my fault. How? Just because I'm a seller doesn't mean that I force those people to buy them. That was
that's the problem. That was
their full will. I never said if you don't buy these, I'm going to shoot you. I just said, hey, here, want to buy some? And it's not my fault that they said yes.
You were selling with the intent of getting people addicted to your product so you could keep on reselling it.
And I wouldn't say that's totally our intent, just because they got addicted to it and they wanted more.
That is solely your intent to hold a profit on a region by making them addicted. It's like soda. They make that shit addictive, and now they hold profits on it. Really
okay, let me respond to that. Okay, so sorry.
Whatever Dev has for me.
Let me say it like this. You said it isn't your fault, right? That they did that. Okay? Let me give you an example. Michael Jackson. He overdosed accidentally. Because his doctor prescribed him, the medicine was too strong. His doctor is in jail for his murder. So you can't say because you gave it to them, you shouldn't be held liable for their murder. Especially when somebody, is reoccurring. They keep coming back and back and back. And what did I tell you? When you give them that first high, they're going to keep coming back because they want the same high. They want to feel as high as they did the first time, but they're never going to feel it. So it's going to continue to do that. The heart's going to race until it pops. They explode, basically.
I mean, we're not doing anything different than any other cigarette companies doing out here. Just because they get addicted and they want more.
A cigarette company has to publicly disclose that their product has nicotine in it.
It's publicly disclosed that all of the products that we are selling have side effects.
And what do you list off the side effects? They don't sell illegal cigarettes, but what's the difference?
Okay, let me say it like this.
There's no difference.
That's completely false. No. So the thing is, let me say it like this. Um, you trying to compare drug dealers, you guys, and cigarette companies is misleading completely. Now, you both operate in industries that sell potentially harmful products. Yeah, you both sell that. But the thing is, there's three differences: the legality, the regulation, and the ethical responsibility. Now, as far as the
Thank you.
legal, as far as the legal things, cigarette companies operate with a structure that includes regulation and age restrictions. You don't put an age restriction. You don't have any regulations. You just sell them. You just sell it to them.
That's where you're wrong.
No. The thing is, also they're required to follow laws that have to do with the sale and distribution of tobacco products. Drug dealers operate outside the law. You sell illegal substances that are often unregulated and hella more dangerous. So I mean, what are you talking about? Plus, cigarette companies are required to provide warnings about the risk associated with smoking, like cancer and heart disease. No one is requiring you guys to, say, oh, guess what? If you buy this, your heart may bust. Nobody fucking said that. What?
Yeah, but if they're buying it, then they know what they're getting into. It's not our fault that
That
they
is
are.
a terrible defense.
If they're buying it and they don't know what they're buying, then
You're
that's not right.
one.
But
You're
the thing
one
is,
sentence away.
thing
And
is,
another
you
thing,
don't.
you
No. Hold
said that
on.
we don't have
The
age
difference
restrictions. We
is
actually do. We
the
don't sell. We
difference.
do not sell to kids. That's one thing that we do not. We only sell to
But the
adults.
thing is,
So
drug
what
dealers.
you're doing is better.
I would say
Yeah,
yeah.
drug
It's better
dealers.
than one of these other
But you
people are doing
guys,
out here.
but you guys don't provide any health warnings, and drugs and the drugs you sell can lead to immediate harm, addiction, and death without any disclosure of risk. You don't have a big. I mean, let's compare it to cigarette companies. They obviously have websites that go over all of this and stuff like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure literally on the back of the package it says, yada yada yada, this can happen. You guys sell them in baggies. Where the hell are you gonna put on the back of the thing where it says, oh, yo, if you take this is gonna happen? Plus, if you're a damn lie if you say all your drug dealers that you have out there on the street are reading down the entire CVS receipt of problems that will come with taking illegal substances. Also, tobacco companies have faced lawsuits and regulations for misleading advertising and health, impacts. Drug dealers are not subject to the same legal consequences, and you guys literally evade accountability for the harm that your products cause, like you're doing right now. You're evading accountability and responsibility for the harm that your products have caused. You created the shit. Also, many states have laws that allow for prosecution of drug dealers in overdose cases, meaning if somebody overdoses, we track you down, you're getting charged for murder. That's the difference. Now, if somebody smokes a cigarette and they die of cancer, the company isn't held liable. The company isn't held liable, but you are. You are. There's no comparison. There's no comparison, and
I
you can
mean,
look
but
at articles.
the thing is, you're saying that we're selling all these dangerous narcotics, but not really. We only sell three,
You are.
and they're not as dangerous as some of these other narcotics are.
Where are you sourcing these from?
Illegal narcotics can still lead to death, regardless of what it is.
How do you know they're not laced with fentanyl?
We make our own, sir.
You make your own?
I
We
want
have
you to
multiple
understand.
facilities making our
Listen.
How's the risk of
If there's
cross-contamination?
if there's one thing I've learned, you can
We
never
make it
trust a
at different
criminal.
facilities.
You can never trust a criminal. It doesn't even matter if the criminal works for you. Hell, they could be doing shit on the side and pocketing the money for themselves. Shit. I mean, literally. A pencil lead, like the little top of a pencil lead.
Are we talking about
That amount of
graphite or?
that amount of fentanyl can kill you. That amount of fentanyl
Yeah,
can kill you.
we don't deal in fent.
Why do you send? Why do you send that in chat? Why? Why did you send that in? Okay, that's weird. I don't get why he says
The only major things that we deal in is Mary Jane, LSD, and ecstasy. That's all we deal in.
You say LSD, ecstasy, and what, Mary Jane, which is what, marijuana?
Yeah.
So weed, okay.
3 narcotics that have a very low killing rate. So
killing rate is a very weird word to use.
And overdose rate. My bad.
Okay, let me go ahead and I'm going to source it up for you. Cause I already got sources open for this all over. Cause I love to talk about this, and I'm a let me say I'm a mock government
Or like
nerd.
talking about drugs. Okay, confirmed.
I'm a mock government nerd, so let's go and talk about it. Let's go and talk about it.
I am stuck in the middle of this conversation, and my parole officer is gonna either get fired or I'm gonna get flip in jail again.
I'm going to figure out. I'm going to get it out. I'm going to pull up sources now. I need to go deep in my notes. Deep my damn notes.
All right.
Okay. Let me go and
Before
talk
you
about
do
it,
that,
right?
I'm gonna have to talk about today's sponsors, and he paid me. Yes, he paid me to do this, but he didn't give me. He paid me 12,000 economy, and he told me to talk about it. But the thing is that he gave me absolutely no. I have a very.
What is it about? Let me talk about it.
It is. He started a stock market, and Builder Co wants to advertise their stock market.
No, go buy stock, guys.
Yeah, it could go buy stock, and there's only one market listed because he paid us $82,000 for a handful of shares.
Yeah, go hashtag stuff.
Don't ask me how it works. I honestly don't know because we don't.
Yeah, go buy the stock.
Go buy Builder Co stocks. That's your advertisement. And if he gets pissed about this, then do your fucking job, man. Do your job and give me more context.
And X MD.
I hope that bought you enough time.
So for the, let me just address it. All right. So as far as hold up, sorry. Okay. So one, let's talk about LSD. LSD causes like emotional changes. Like it will in like altered perceptions, like how you deal with things. It'll fuck up your emotions and stuff like that. And like people that use it and abuse it, like we'll see like visuals, it'll start fucking up your mind. And like distortions, shit like that, and then they'll feel like it's an altered sense of time. They'll lose a sense of time, what time it is. They'll just be like, I was gonna give a very inappropriate example that might get me banned, so let me shut up. But mental health risk for taking LSD will be anxiety, paranoia, and potential long-term physiological effects and stuff like that. So yeah.
Recently there have been renewed interest in the therapeutic potential of LSD for conditions like PTSD, anxiety, and depression. And some studies actually suggest it may help facilitate.
I said that's the mental health risk of taking it, sir. That's the mental health risk of taking it.
The medical research is saying that it can facilitate physiological breakthroughs in therapy for those conditions that you just stated.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and, well, guess what? Let's go and move on. LSD, notably, in 2022, approximately 2.8% of U.S. adults reported using LSD at least once in their lives. This represents around 5.5 million adults, showing an increase from the previous.
And your point
year.
is? And
the point is, I mean, it's. You think it's a good thing? You think it's a good thing that we have an increase?
LSD is not considered. LSD is not.
You think it's a good thing that we have an increase in?
And there are no known lethal overdose doses of LSD. You can fact check that too.
But like, answer my question. Do you think it's a good thing that we have an increase in people overdose, people taking drugs, especially in our younger generation, 18 to 29 years old?
Some drugs I don't think are really good, but these three that I've noted don't have any effects on you like that. Like LSD is not considered physically addictive, and there are no known lethal overdoses for LSD. And we fact check these three drugs to make sure that they don't really have that much of a lingering effect on people. Like I said, we're not as bad as you guys think we are.
All right, Tony, I gotta go. All right.
All right. You have an excellent night. I'll make sure you're
Hope you
paid
well.
in the morning. Just kidding. I don't pay anybody because I am broke as hell.
All right, bro. Just put me in the
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing, the log.
I'll know how. I'll make sure you're in the thing.
All right, see you.
So, yeah, sure. But still, yeah, obviously, not all of these are obviously associated with fatal overdoses, but my point is LSD can lead to dangerous behavior due to impaired judgments and shit like that. I mean, people can go fucking crazy because of these goddamn drugs, shit like that. That's also what you need to do. But the thing is, though this is not associated with fatal overdoses, this can lead to incidents and self-harm. People may not die because of the drug itself, but it can lead to self-harm. That's the thing. And accidents and accidents that were completely preventable. But moving on to MDMA, which is ecstasy, that can I want you to understand that ecstasy can cause severe dehydration. You go 3 days without water, you die. It can cause severe dehydration. And actually, let me go ahead and get to the facts. The National Institute on Drug Abuse, the NDIA, the NDA, sorry, reports that in recent years there have been an increase in MDMA-related emergency visits, with over 22,000 visits in 2019 alone. Now, the deaths are the deaths are not too high. They're not extremely high, but there are specific incidents of fatal overdoses. They do happen, and that's what ecstasy and these other drugs that you're mentioning, combined things. And the thing is, that's the thing. You're selling these people these drugs, and then there's a number of other things that they're probably putting up their fucking ass, sniffing up their dang nose, tasting.
But
that it just puts them over the top.
We're just selling them this one time. We're just selling these drugs specifically. If they go out and buy more different drugs to mix with these drugs, that's not my fault. That's theirs. If they want to do that, go right ahead. We don't have the power to stop them. Because I will say one thing.
Yes, if you do. Don't get the drugs, you have the power to get rid of the products. You have the power to get rid of the products.
Okay, I want to say that there's over 10,000 drug dealers alone in one city. If they don't get it from us, they're gonna go get it from somebody else. City? So why not profit?
So basically, what you're saying is two wrongs. Okay, that's just so basically random you're a follower. City. So you're a follower. So you're saying, oh,
I chose.
Well, you basically just said, oh, everyone else is doing. Let me do it.
I said, let me do it my own way. Let me not be on these streets and
so you're being a follower in your own way,
so people can die about it. I decided
maybe you can
get the top 3 drugs that don't really kill people, and they can still have a good time with them, and sell it. If that's
I mean, it still doesn't matter. You're hurting these people regardless of if they die or not. I want you to understand that ecstasy is linked to long-term brain damage.
Yeah, but then again, ecstasy, there's been a long medical research for this that says research has shown promising results, leading to discussions about its potential medical use. So in the future, ecstasy can be used for medical uses. So can LSD. And so is marijuana now.
No,
Back in the day, marijuana wasn't used for medical use, and now it is.
You just tried to compare pharmaceutical drugs to you, somebody that does not have expert scientists working on this, that does not have people that have dedicated basically their entire lives to manufacturing these drugs properly and actually putting them in pharmacies to actually be distributed
I never
properly.
identify myself as that.
That's what you just said. You just
I
said
never said
you
I was.
just brought up the fact that they're going to be used for
I
medical
said
uses.
that. I said there has been medical research on it being used for medical use. So scientists that I have nothing to do with have done their own research and is making a case for the medical use for this. So don't ever come at me saying that I said that. This is just what's medically proven.
I
But you can
cannot
go ahead
wait
again.
till I have to review the hour and 30 minutes just to see what you said about the pharmaceutical, because I'm pretty sure you said that.
Yeah, you literally mentioned pharmaceutical. You know the fact that they're going to eventually use ecstasy for medical uses. And I don't know why you mention it besides to try to justify your actions.
I mean, I'm just mentioning this because this is what they're saying. If it's going to be used for medical use anyway, then what's the problem?
Oh my, yes. So basically, you just oh God. You don't. Oh my God, I can't.
Absolutely wonderful. This is a conversation that kind of seems like it's making one giant circle. Awesome, you're only up here so you can manage the stage, so if I tell you to bring somebody up, just bring them up. Alright. Man, am I tired. Let's go and take a look at what you guys submitted, shall I?
I mean, oh my God.
Mr. Underwood clearly needs his own show, and I'm not saying
No,
that
because I mean, these pharmaceutical companies are working with the FDA. He probably doesn't even know what the hell the FDA is.
He only cares about the D part in the FDA.
And also, it doesn't matter. MDA, which is ecstasy, is classified as a Schedule 1 substance under the Controlled Substances Act. I mean, that literally means it's illegal to manufacture, distribute, or sell MDA outside of approved research settings. So it doesn't matter saying, oh, they're going to use it in medical settings. Yes, because it's not against the fucking law. They're working with the FD fucking A. They're working with people that have dedicated their entire lives to this. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Drugs are kind of weird, especially with all the scheduling and all that. My father used to work as a pharmacist before I moved out here to Miami, and I mean, he's had there's been actual stories of him in California where he'd walk into the pharmacy one day and this guy was actually trapped in the vault for the pharmacy because he broke in through the roof.
He's coming back as the Thomas family. Who the hell's that?
I'll be right back.
How y'all doing in the audience? I need to add this to my own.
How is everybody doing?
Oh God, here you go. Hello, how you doing, sir? My brother in Christ. Peachy. Good.
That is good.
So, yes, how can we help you? What's your motive? What do you do?
The Thomas family?
Oh no, how it's taught on right now because like NRP is in Miami. That's where the studio is. No, like NRP, yeah, Keystone. NRP, the studio's in Miami. I don't know where the hell Toddy is. I'm pretty sure the studio itself, NRP, is in there. But what'd you say, Mr. The Representative Thomas family?
Yeah.
Oh, Canada. Oh, there you go.
Say, what was your question again?
You said, what did I? Well, I don't know if I'm being rude. I just assumed that you were, a criminal.
Criminal. Never.
Okay then.
No, we're elite. The Thomas
said
family
you're
is just an elite group of 6 people.
An elite group of what people? 6?
6, yes.
Oh, 6 people. Okay, so what do you do?
Mainly everything.
Give me an example. What the hell is that?
No, I don't know what that is. Looks like his studio's undergoing something.
But yeah, what do you? What? I'm gonna word it like this. What do you do that would be interesting? That would be counted as interesting.
I mean, if you need protection, we can protect anybody, anywhere, anytime, any place. You need somebody, let's say, disappeared. We can take care of that.
You do
Possibly.
hitman jobs.
I wouldn't say hitman, but
You do
disappeared.
illegal executions.
And I wouldn't say it's executions either. We just make them disappear.
If you want to say you're a criminal, then just say that. I mean, if you count yourself the quote unquote mafia, there's really no difference between being a
We're not a mafia. We're a family.
So
All 6 of my
you're a crime syndicate or a family.
I wouldn't. Don't you keep on putting this word crime, criminal?
Yes,
we don't.
You just said that you make people disappear.
Yeah, but we make people disappear. That doesn't necessarily mean we kill them. I've never killed anybody in my life.
What else?
My
What else?
members haven't killed anybody.
What else are your services?
We help people buy whatever they need. If they need a loan, we lend them money. Basically, we dibble dabble in everything except drugs.
Interesting.
Most of our family, or we're all family here, and some of our relatives, I wouldn't say most of them, have died from narcotics. So,
all right. Well, while you're up here, we might as well go ahead and ask this. Anyone in the audience, if you have any questions for to me or Mr. What's your name?
Michael Thomas.
Mr. Thomas here. Well, Michael Thomas, because probably hella Mr. Thomases in this quote unquote not a crime group family.
Exactly. There's a lot of Thomases actually. It gets quite annoying at sometimes, especially when you go to a doctor's appointment.
Excuse me.
So if anybody has any questions, they can raise their hand at this time.
Yeah.
All right.
Team, you can just
don't want to talk.
If you guys are in frame, I am going to actually personally report you to PR.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, crazy
don't be in
coincidence.
frame. In fact, let me take care of you guys. We still talking or?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah,
teams,
Mr.
you can bring
Mr.
yourself
Thomas up here. I think team has been raising his hand for the past like 10 minutes.
You can bring yourself up here, teams.
No, I invited him up to speak because I needed somebody to control the stage.
Well, I mean, Mr. Thomas, you can believe what you believe. I just find it weird that you describe it as one of your services is making people disappear.
We just make them disappear. Not off the face of the earth, but we just make them disappear.
How would it make you feel if I just came up to you and I said, somebody paid me to make you disappear?
You did not. Did somebody say somebody paid? Did somebody communicate threats again?
What are you talking about?
No, he said that I asked him what he does and what he does that we consider interesting, and he said that one of the things was he makes people disappear, or the family makes people disappear, and he said that it doesn't mean that he kills them. So
I honestly do believe half the people who come on my show are seeking some sort of public acknowledgement.
Yeah, publicity.
Publicity. Thank you. It is 9:00 at night, and I feel like I'm Joe Biden. Non-political. I mean, isn't his bedtime at 9 though?
What'd you say?
Isn't his bedtime at 9 or something? Or that's the rumor or whatever? Because I am tired as hell. It's absolutely tiring. Yeah. I'm in Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
See, I told you, K-Stone, the NRP, the studios in Miami.
Yes. So the reason why it's in Miami and not in Fort Lauderdale is because of the ridiculously high crime rates. And last time I filmed in Fort Lauderdale, a dead guy ended up on my desk. I mean, he was literally shot dead on my desk, and somebody.
Mr. What's your name? Jesus Christ. No, Alexa. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I mean, just like off topic about what you said about the bedtime. It depends. It depends. I'm pretty sure they said that Barack Obama only got around 5 hours of sleep, and Donald Trump only got around 4 hours of sleep, and then President Coolidge got around 11 hours.
I clearly do not have the stamina to be a president. They shall learn from my eye. Can you explain yourself? You know, this is a 1v1
we can't trust
between.
this is the thug that we have up here.
What do you ever about?
Yeah, Cag. Better get up out of here.
What are you talking about? They gonna because the tot? Oh no, this is Miami. I don't think Miami's flooded right now. Again, we'd have preventions in place like being on the second floor and paying hazard pay. Absolutely awesome. We have
Yellow generators.
Yeah, backup generators. I mean, we don't. I mean, I'm building a underground bunker in the Everglades because why the hell not?
Everglades, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, a nice remote location in case the news ever becomes compromised. Let's see. So we've had I've seen 3 complaints about the park rangers' attitude. As a representative for the park rangers, Mr. Underwood, how do you feel about these complaints? And I can go into detail if you want about each individual one, but
all right, I do have to go.
all right, that's completely understandable. We've been doing this for an hour and 45 minutes.
Dodging the questions about park rangers.
Nah, they'll just answer them in one of my newsletters or something.
What he said? He said he has an answer about park rangers.
He said you're dodging an answer about park rangers, but I don't think.
So what's the answer? I mean, what's the question?
Oh yeah, the question was on the attitudes of the park rangers. If you
got a problem, complain.
All right.
I got a question. Why they're able to attend any hostage scene, but they're not obligated to attend any briefing?
Because there's a difference between a briefing and a hostage scene. You sound slow.
But then they don't have any training on any hostage scene whatsoever. What are they going to do at any hostage scene?
I want you to understand. At the end of the day, a hostage scene, all law enforcement in the area responds, even federal law enforcement.
But they're not in the area. The hostage scene that happened was all the way in River City, and they're nowhere near that.
Technically, that's not that far. But I gotta go.
All right, you have a good night.
Fort Lauderdale.
You too. No, I'm not dodging the question. I just
completely understandable. I don't even.
I have a little brother.
Go get your beauty suit. We get it.
You have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Nah.
I can answer the park ranger questions if you need.
What the hell is
great.
DR?
I don't know.
District ranger.
I was gonna say department representative.
Yeah, why the hell are you guys so rude? And what gives you the right to think that you guys can be so rude to us? I mean, we're just trying to have a good time.
Why do you think it's okay to impede on investigations?
Why do you think it's okay to follow up on my questions? Nah, I'm joking. I'm just being hostile for no reason. But I haven't even eaten dinner yet. I mean, I really need to get this done and over with.
Oh, as we wait for the park ranger to decide on how to answer this, how was your day going?
Wait, you asking me a question?
Yeah, we was trying to ask you a question.
Oh, repeat that question for me.
Why don't you guys change your call signs to like PRK instead of PR so they don't mix up with public relations?
Because we don't have a exclamation mark in front of our PR.
Yeah, but when somebody says, "Oh, I got fired from PR," I think public relations and not park ranger. He's got PR, DR, exclamation PR.
I think I can't really change the call signs, nor nobody else besides Jay.
Yeah, is maybe a neuron misfire on Jay there. But I am going to end this here because, again, we've been doing this for an hour and 15 minutes then. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Broward 5 News. I know probably Awesome's the only one who's been here for the full 2 hours. What, do you want to go up and say something?
Who?
Keystone. No? We got nothing else to talk about, dude. We've been talking for 2 hours straight. Mr. Underwood for half of those 2 hours, but you know. I'm not doing 7 more hours of this. I have a date in 7 hours, I think. No.
He fixed.
8 hours. No, 9. Close enough.
Let's hope that goes well for you.
If you can bring the money, if you can bring $20 for food and $10 for gas, I'm more than happy to pick you up with me. And
Crazy
no,
work.
that's not a serious offer.
I thought bro was gonna say, "Oh yeah, for sure."
So, our next episode will probably a live episode will probably be. You know how tired I am when I can't even speak. Our next episode will probably be in a new studio, as we will probably could be back with roleplay recap. We'll be doing live sessions instead of Broward 5 News. Oh, he's back.
Hey, invite FLPD to that.
I just had to do something real quick. I've returned. But anyways, you, Mr. Wait a minute. I think, yeah, you wait a minute. I wasn't avoiding
It's just
the
Michael
question.
Thomas.
I don't give a damn. What was the question?
The question was, why does park rangers feel obligated to respond to any hostage scene, no matter where it is?
You respond to hostage scenes. You know, I'm repeating it because it really, the question really just doesn't make sense to me because it seems kind of self-explanatory.
Park rangers' whole
But
duty
let me
is
go and
to
answer it for you.
protect the
Let me
park.
go and answer it for you. Let me go and answer it for you. Okay. So park rangers are trained law enforcement officers. Let's not forget that. And they can respond to hostage situations due to the fact that they're law enforcement. So they have law enforcement authority, which means that they enforce federal and state laws. They conduct investigations and they respond to emergencies within their area of jurisdiction. So, it being the National Park Service in Florida, their jurisdiction and Fort Lauderdale, I'd assume their jurisdiction is all of Broward County completely, and especially if they're called to a hostage scene, if they're like in RTO and they say that all units respond, park rangers can provide immediate assistance, like helping you guys secure the area, helping you guys negotiate with suspects.
Actually, park
and
rangers
also
don't
just
go into RTO.
And also just ensure that the safety of the public is peak.
All right. Another thing, why do park rangers feel the need to take scene command over SWAT?
That's a department issue.
What was it like? Is it like park rangers like MPS command that are taking scene command?
No, there one notably was when I think his name was Wade. Don't get me confused on that one. And Poopy, I think his name was.
Poopy.
Who?
Poopy. That's what his name was.
unfamiliar of who that is. But I can give you a response to just the general statement. Now, as far as why do they, Jesus, sorry, people keep texting me. Swear to God, you text me one more goddamn time, I'm gonna block you. Anyways, like I said, they may take Sync Command during incidents like hostage for a number of reasons. If it's number one, obviously, I'm going to say this: if park rangers have the legal authority to enforce laws within national park, boundaries and stuff like that, and this allows them to manage incidents that involve public safety or criminal authority. So that also leads back to their judicial. Oh God, jurisdictional authority and stuff like that, as them being at the end of the day, them being trained law enforcement. And I wouldn't say they really take Chain Command, but I mean they often work closely with local law enforcement, obviously in federal agencies like the FBI during emergencies, and also even if they did by taking command, they could coordinate communication and stuff like that between different response teams and stuff like that, like communicate and coordinate between BSO SWAT, FOPD SWAT, all in between, FBI that may be on scene and stuff like that. They could also also, many park rangers undergo specialized training in incident command systems, ICS, and emergency management and stuff like that. And these also, and NRPDs may also be people that are, in other departments and who have expertise in emergency management and stuff like that. So
right. Real quick, would you say that park rangers are LEO?
Are park rangers LEO?
Yeah.
Yes, I've said that multiple times. They're trained law enforcement.
Okay, so when we call a briefing for all LEO, why aren't park rangers obligated to respond?
You said so I'm sorry. Well, as far as them not responding,
is he stumped or are you thinking?
no, Jesus Christ! Somebody call me in the background. I apologize.
Oh,
It's just my mother.
I was like, wait a minute,
mother.
what? I've never heard you gone silent after a question.
Okay, so as
you
far as
repeat the question?
them not, no, I got it. As far as them not responding to briefings, it also leads back to, like I said, their jurisdiction. Oh my God, their jurisdictional authority. They have jurisdiction, obviously, over federal lands. That's their job to protect them, and they mostly handle incidents independently. Meaning, what happens in those federal lands, nine times out of 10, they're the only people that are going to tend to it. They're the only people that's going to handle it, and stuff like that. And if they believe the situation falls within their operational duties, they'll deal with it, obviously. And they may not feel the need to attend a briefing if they believe they can manage the scene effectively on their own. At the end of the day, NPS's main job is to protect federal lands, and that is their operational scope. That is the whole point of NPS. So I'd also not feel a need to attend a briefing when I'm basically staying in one place unless there's emergency. Unless it's like, right down the road and I'm the closest officer and it would just make sense for me to respond and stuff like that. And also, like I said, and adding on to that, the NPS employs law enforcement rangers and special agents who protect natural and cultural resources in national parks and stuff like that. So their job basically surrounds that national park. So why would you go on them talking? Why would they send a briefing saying, "Oh, I have officers that are going down 55 at 100 miles an hour, yada yada yada," when, like I said, they're centered around that park. So I mean, obviously they collaborate and coordinate with other local law enforcement and stuff like that. I I, I mean I mean so it really just matters. And also and yeah.
All right. One last question for you. Why do park rangers feel the need to impede on investigations?
To impede on
Elaborate.
investigations?
Provide an example.
So, earlier, like yesterday, I had an investigation that there was somebody in one of the cabins in the park that were selling something. So I went to investigate, from my sources, and park rangers stopped me and said I couldn't enter, even after giving them the documentation and showing them that I'm going to
You're part of FOPD?
I was going to do an investigation. Yes.
Okay. So the example was I like to write things down, and also just understood. I heard it. There was an investigation going on in a cabin, and someone was possibly selling
Yes.
illegal, possibly selling illegal, something illegal. Okay. Okay. So as a response to it, I mean, at the end of the day, um, it's like I said, it takes us right back to the start. Jurisdictional authority. It's their parks, and just as an official answer, park rangers may sometimes impede investigations, like you said, because they have, like I said, a jurisdictional authority and responsibility in national parks. The MPS has their own protocols. And like I said, I've talked to Jay. I have their entire handbook. They have their own protocols. And the park rangers are trained to prioritize the protection of park resources, visitors, and staff. And this also includes enforcing federal laws and regulations, as outlined in Title 36 of um, CFR, which is the Code of Federal Regulations. And in the situation where a park ranger refuses, outside law enforcement, as in, law enforcement that isn't inside the park, that isn't protecting the park. Like, you being an FOPD supervisor, right? You're an FOPD supervisor?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You as a FOPD supervisor, in your example, they may act like that to maintain the integrity of an ongoing investigation that falls under their jurisdiction. Hell, they may be investigating it on their side and stuff like that. The NPS is they have an investigative services branch. Something that investigates this and has sensitive investigations within the park, within the national park system, and it allows for them to address issues related to illegal activities without other agencies interfering with that. And also, park rangers are often the first responders in their areas. So, like the parks, they're the first responders. So they may have insight and information that is very important for the investigation. And them not allowing outside agencies in might come from them make sure that they control the scene, make sure that all actions taken are in line with federal regulations and park policies in their own hands. Because at the end of the day, your investigation leads into their park. Now, you said that you tried to tell them the situation and everything like that. They still refuse to let you enter. They may have taken that down. They may have wrote that stuff like that. Because if you start coming up there and stuff like that, it'll just go crazy. I'm gonna give an example, like Vietnam. When the United States was invading Vietnam in our fight against, well, we were aiding Vietnam, the fight against communism. The Vietnamese were whooping our ass because they knew the land like the back of their hands. Same thing with these Rangers. They know the park like the back of their hands. You're an FLPD supervisor. Hell, jurisdiction is usually, obviously your jurisdiction is all over because there are no specific jurisdictions, but mostly you guys like to hang around the city. That's on the complete opposite side of the map. It's a complete different landscape than the park, than High Rock. So,
Right.
Any other questions? Well, we got Mr. Taylor. I'd like for you to come up if you have anything.
Hi, yes. I had a question. Regardless of our respective agencies and whatever respective jurisdictions we patrol, I guess my question is: at the end of the day, regardless of what uniform we wear, and what badge we wear, we're representing law enforcement. So, do you think it's important for park rangers to attend briefings so they understand or they know what's currently going on within what's going on within a particular patrol day and whatnot?
Well, as far as if regardless of all the stuff and authority and jurisdictional authority and all that, yeah, I do. I do think it's important for park rangers to attend briefings. Just like you said, to because these briefings, facilitate communication and coordination between law enforcement personnel. It's it's key information. So like that may be key information that they're missing out on, and them being in attendance with it helps ensure that everyone is on the same page. Regardless of the ongoing operations or safety protocols or critical information regarding incidents within the park and stuff like that. And also as far as out of RP, I mean, obviously peace timers are on, so can't nothing that bad happen if they're not there at the park and stuff like that. And effective collaboration leads, and it's proven effective collaboration leads to improved responses. Making sure that whenever we're up against these gangs and stuff like that, you know, um, we have improved responses and we're actually able to respond to these complex situations and stuff like that. And especially in situations that require multi-agency involvement, which is basically every single scene that we have, Um, as especially with FLPD and BSO, basically responding to every scene. It's stuff like that. But yeah, park rangers play a very important role in protecting both the park's natural resources and visitors. And their presence in briefing contributes to, like you said, a unified approach to law enforcement. I pretty much try to tie everything back to what Abraham Lincoln said, which was a house divided cannot stand. And yeah, I completely think yes, they should.
Okay, thank
But
you.
mhm.
I do think is
Oh
one of the
God,
biggest lacking
But-
things in the National Forest Service. Is National Park
What'd
Service.
you
My
say?
apologies. I think one of the biggest weaknesses of the National Park Service is communication and guidelines on how to deal with other law enforcement agencies attempting to enter the premises. And though that isn't the National Park Service's fault, but I do believe communication is a major, and I emphasize the major part, a major shortcoming of the National Park Service.
Oh my God, you said what?
I basically said that the biggest flaw of the National Park Service is the lack of communication between other departments and them.
Yes, that is so. I think communication is I think communication is the big thing that everyone should work on, and communication skills are never at 100% for anyone.
Yeah, again, it's not
I
just the
mean,
National Park Service. I think it's also other departments should be attempting to reach out. For example, the fire department yesterday attempting to enter the park. Um, there should have been guidelines already set in place. What if there should have been guidelines already set in place on where the fire engines are supposed to enter and all that. It should have been effectively communicated with.
Well, I mean, what was the situation yesterday? Was it
So-
like a training that they were doing?
There was a forest fire in the national park, apparently,
Oh,
and
well, I thought.
there was just a hassle to get the engines in.
I don't know. Well, I thought that it was like brush trucks that would only be able to go up there. Yeah, I mean, you sure as hell, as far as realism, can't get a ladder up there.
I don't think so either. You have a good night. Awesome.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up entirely.
Yeah, because we are at 2 hours and 8 minutes. By far the longest.
Yeah, it's gonna take you a
ever.
long time to cut this down.
I'm not gonna cut this down. I'm just gonna post it live. This is because technically this is a BCRP PR event, and I may as well just let other people see it if they want to see the full 2 hours, uncut, unscripted, the entire fun part about it. All right, let me go back to my Roblox page because I totally wasn't browsing Facebook.
We can go ahead and end it here.
All right, thank you everybody for tuning in. My name is Alexis Boudreau, and remember, we don't manipulate the media. We swear. Quiet's a legal faction, legal, not illegal, and I'll die on that hill. Let's just hope my parole officer's happy today, because clearly, I'm expecting Mr. Yeah, I honestly think. I don't know. I'm pushing it some days, and I think I may have fallen off the cliff. But let's just see if it's a step, or let's just see if it's a cliff, or a cliff. You'll have an excellent night.
That
was an absolute. That was a crazy broadcast.